Hello and welcome to Healing Womanhood. My name's Saffron and today we are tapping on moving from freeze mode into a state of curiosity. So by freeze mode, what we mean is the response to a perceived threat. So when we perceive a threat, we have several different responses. Fight and flight are the most well-known ones, and then most of us probably know about freeze mode as well. So our initial responses are fight and flight. They come from our sympathetic nervous system. They're the active doing things to get us out of danger. And then when those don't work, so this often happens when there's a prolonged threat that we can't get away from, we can't fight our way out of, we go into freeze mode. And that's when we're sort of rabbit in the headlights. We just can't move forward, we can't do the things that we need to do, we're just stopped, we're just frozen. And this can be emotionally as well. So you might just be emotionally stuck in a certain place or a certain time. Or this might be something that comes up for you in response to a threat. So this freeze response is part of our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the stopping. So the sympathetic nervous system is the doing, the parasympathetic nervous system is the stopping, and that's associated with our vagus nerve. And we might do another video on more detail about polyvagal theory another time, but to avoid getting too sciencey and too complicated here, that's as much as I'm going to say about that, and we're going to move into that felt sense of what it is to be frozen. So if you feel like you're in freeze mode, just reflect for a moment on what that means for you. Does it make you very tired? Does it take away your energy? Does it stop you from being able to do certain things? Does it come up in certain situations? Just reflecting on how that comes through in your life. And when we tap on this, we're going to move into the energy of curiosity. So when we're in curiosity, we can't also hold anxiety, we can't also hold on to that feeling of being threatened, that frozen feeling. So we're going to move into that place now and just ignite our curiosity in any way that we can. So for you, it might be that you're curious about learning every type of train that's ever existed, or you might be curious about how to use colours with paint, or it might be something completely different. It might be anything. Our curiosity is sparked by different things, and yours might be really, really specific, and we're going to make room to discover what makes you feel curious and use that every time that you're in freeze mode to bring you out of that. So the feeling that we're going for when we're aiming for curiosity is sort of embodied by the sound So if you were to go, that would take you out of anxiety. That would, not just the sound, but the feeling that goes with that. I wonder what's going on there. It's that sort of thing. So let's start tapping without further ado. If you haven't tapped with me before, all you need to do is tap where I'm tapping and repeat what I'm saying. And we're going to begin here on the karate chop point with, even though I feel frozen in fear. In certain situations. And I'm not in control of my body. I choose to feel safe in this moment anyway. Even though I feel frozen, I feel like I'm under threat. And I'm choosing to feel safe exactly as I am anyway. Even though I sometimes go into freeze mode, and I just can't move. I'm choosing to recognize that happens. And I love and accept all of myself exactly as I am. Okay, more onto the eyebrow point there. I sometimes go into freeze mode. I can't move forward. I can't do anything. I just get stuck. Frozen in fear. Frozen in a different emotion. In a different time and place. All of this fear that takes over my body. Takes away my control. I've never found a way of getting out of it. And I sometimes think I'm just stuck with it. But what if that's not really true? What if there is a way out of this? What if I can find a way to become unfrozen? I'm open to that possibility now. I wonder if curiosity might be the answer. I'm not really sure. But I'm ready to feel curious now. It's worth a try. I wonder what makes me feel curious. What in my life opens me up? What sparks my interest? What takes hold of my attention? And absorbs me. I'm ready to notice now where my curiosity lies. I can be curious about so many things. And I can allow myself to find out more. Is there more information I can find out? Are there ways that I can develop my skill? It feels really good to be curious. I'm feeling really gripped by this interest. I'm going to let myself follow this now. Maybe curiosity knows the way. Focusing on what I'm interested in. Allowing myself to be curious. Delighting in each new discovery. Taking back my body. Taking back my life. This joyful, curious feeling. Allowing myself to become friends with it. It has some exciting things to teach me. Some fascinating things I can learn. Embracing all of this curiosity now. It feels so good to be curious. It feels so good to be interested. I'm choosing this wonderful feeling now. Take a deep breath. How did that feel for you? It might be a nice one to do in those moments of being frozen. So if a trigger has hit you, come back to this tapping and use this. And sometimes it's difficult to think of that in the moment. So maybe leave yourself a note somewhere to remind yourself that this tapping exists. I wonder if you felt a shift there in emotion. I certainly did, and it brought me to this joyful place of, oh, what can I find out? What's interesting to me, and what can I learn, and what can I do? And I hope that it did that for you as well. Do let me know if it did or if it didn't, or if there was something missing, or if there's something else that you would really like to tap on the channel. Also, if you'd like to do some one-to-one work with me, that is a possibility. I have some free calls available which you can book by the link in the description, and I would love to hear from you. And if not, I will see you in the next video.